game change, I'm here to restore order. New school and old school, I'm here to connect the border. Real hip-hop, just trying to bring that feeling back. I'm a fan of the culture, so for real I be missing that. When you had to really rap, when you said you could spit a rap. Trash, you get nothing. If you hot, then you get it dap. Bronx the birthplace of the legendary genre. August 11 is the date, really you should honor. Important date, if you don't know about it, it's a problem. It happens to be the date that hip-hop was started. KRS-One said bring it to the cipher. Coogee rap, taking the war, that was fire. Rakim, I ain't no joke, was on the lineup. Jada and Nate Dogg.
No doubt. This your boy, the Joker Overlook MC, live direct here on the Evening Rush Network. You know what I'm saying? Starting a little early today. You know what I mean? We have the legendary producer, Griselda affiliated producer, straight from Buffalo, New York, doing his thing. Got a new project out. He's going to beat battles. You know what I mean? He's been representing the culture. You know what I'm saying? Since the early '90s. You know what I'm saying? He's a hip hop historian. You know what I mean? He knows what's going on in the hip hop culture. He's one of the number one supporter hip hoppers coming out of Buffalo, period. He supports everybody. He goes to every function that goes on in the city, from artwork, beat making, hip hop, showcases, seminars. Oh, we can keep going. Is the legendary CG in a place to be? What's going on with you?
Not much, man. I'm trying to cool it out of this heat. It's kind of humid outside, but I'm out here with the fan.
Yeah, it's definitely getting hot out there in Buffalo, man. The weather's looking good for the last couple of days. It was a lot of rainy stuff going on last week. Now for the holidays, it got really nice outside and all that. You know, let people know a little bit about CG. Those who know who CG is, producer. Give them a short bio about what you do and what you got going on with the culture of hip hop.
Well, for people who aren't aware of me, I'm born and raised in CG, born and raised in Buffalo. I'm making beats since 2009, and I started coming. I made beat. I did make beats fully since 2011. Yeah. Then I didn't start going to scene until 2014, and that's how I met a lot of the folks in the world, and which includes Griselda, and then the whole nine. Then 2017, I dropped my first album, Researched, and then I started formed the same time I formed Kevin Nagato, who was also known as Richard Giant as the Green Giant, and then same time I paired up with Genesis, and then start doing the whole thing. Well, we'll get to the full details. So that's what we get
with the Griselda family and all that. When I first met you, it was at an art show. At the time I was managing Kulu, and I used to always see you around all the time though. Before I knew you was into the culture, I see you around because I was around the area where you used to be around at all the time. So I see you on your bike coming through. You always thought of peace sign, but I knew you was hip hop culture because you dress hip hop. You always had your headphones on, your speaker playing some good music, and when I'm at the bus stop doing what I'm doing and all that. So I've been seeing you around for a long time before I really got a chance to really meet you. And when I finally get to meet you, you came out with your first album at the art show, and me and Cool came through, and you was pretty much showcasing some of your beats at the function, and that's how I first met you. And ever since then, we've been chopping it up off and on. And then I finally got a chance to do business with you. Those you don't know, he produced the track Friendship House that's doing amazing on the platforms right now. You know what I mean? So that was a amazing. And I also got a couple tracks coming soon that I'm finna break bread on. I've been put on hold the track Father Baker. You know what I mean? I got the artwork and everything done and everything, but I've been so busy this past couple of years. I took a break because I was doing an album with DJ Flipside from the Wu-Tang Clan affiliated DJs, and so I'm coming back and I'm definitely going to release that track soon after we do some business and all that. So let's get right into how you get involved with the Griselda family, because I know you did production for West Side Gun a couple times. You did some stuff for Benny the Butcher. The first lady of Griselda is also on the track. You know, and you did one for Rick Hyde also, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole family. Let's talk about that experience of you being part of the Griselda affiliated producers, and they still dropping beats to this day. Tracks with your production.
Well, yeah, like recently I was on the SNX new project, and I saw Jim Duncan with We Made History.
Yeah, that's flavor too.
And then, but I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go a few years backwards. So, 2014, the same time when I started coming around. 2014 when I started coming around the scene. You know, I've already met like Derringer, because he was DJing around the scene, and then
Jones and all that, yeah.
Broadway Joe's and mostly Allentown.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because I met him around the Allentown area, one of those spots, and then soon he soon like I was already like connected on Facebook, and then I was already friends with West Side Gun, but I wasn't even aware, and I kind of seen the picture of of like him and Skyzoo together, because I was already a fan of him, but then and then around towards like the end of the year, like 2014, and then this is when I was like tuning in what shows or event I'm gonna go, and then I saw something like that Skyzoo is in town, and then and I seen I slide through. It was one of the clubs in Buffalo, downtown Buffalo, that I went. That it's right around like a library area that I can't remember. It's no longer exists, but I was kind of there, and
that's right.
So soon I met Wes, and then he was like a very genuine dude, and that's when I seen Skyzoo was there, because this is at the time. This is when they shot the Rolex track. A couple months before, when Skyzoo was working on his next album, that was the first time we ever West Side Gun was on the song.
Right.
And that was the world's first time notice him. This is before Fly Guy.
Right. Okay. Word.
Yeah, and then so I met him. So I met Wes, and I met Conway, because he was already by that time he was already recovering from the
shooting. Yeah.
Yeah, from the shooting, and then I was kind of like wanted, and then I kind of later understand about what happened.
Right.
And then I met Con by then, and I was met like a couple folks that was around, and I didn't meet Benny until a little bit around like a month later.
Yeah.
Later, so I was kind of approaching like I want to get my foot in the door. I was approaching, want to do music with them early, but at the time I wasn't known yet. Like I wasn't an establishment like as like I am today. So I kind of I keep going to shows, I keep supporting everybody around the scene, and then it was just
you the king of that. You've been supporting everybody, man. Every time I turned around, you was always there. I'll see footage at every spot. Every little thing that came around, you was always around. So I salute you to that. You definitely support everybody out of the city of Buffalo that you can. When you're free, and you always make time a lot of times to definitely support. You know what I mean, and all that. So yeah, no doubt.
So it was definitely like so it was just like I'd done that for. So I kind of watched where they were because I was mostly spend time with. Mostly I always bump heads with Conway and Benny, something every now and then. I don't see much on West because he was in Atlanta.
Yeah, right.
most of a lot of times. And then because this is when they this is when like they was just like Kakam was I think by them.
Right.
By then, and then this is right before the deal.
Deal with Shady Records.
Yeah, this is right before the deal, and then I was there. I was at the because I didn't see them perform until like the first time I saw them performing was Macam was at was putting together the show at Mohawk.
That's right.
This is when we were still doing shows at Mohawk, and then that was when Jay Skis was opener. Like even though it's funny that he was opening him now before he's an artist with
before he signed the drum work. That's right.
Yeah, and then I was there for that. And then Mile High Music was opening, and then Billy Esco was hosting, and then Benny was there, and then West came through, and then Status Selector was a DJ.
Okay.
And then Conway was an overload, and then he brought out Mayhem Loran and Prodigy.
That's right.
Was there? This is
Rest in Peace, Prodigy.
Yep, and I was there. I witnessed that. It was like this is like shortly before that, and then and that was like that was a very iconic moment. And then when I heard him, so I was actually watched from the shows, from the merch, from pop-up shops that there was that. Then and keep in mind, I still hasn't really like done any music with them yet.
Right.
I did all the reporting when I was still making beats, and then by the time I got my MPC, that was when I got busy doing the beats. And then around the time that like West started, he dropped the Supreme Blind Tale. That was the first project that he kind of opened the doors. A lot of other producers that besides Derringer that.
It's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorite albums too.
Yeah, he kind of opened the doors, and then like he did working on other projects that leads up to what I did. Like even though today is the Fly God Awesome God tape, because that really leads up to the next joint that which that was the entry of myself.
Right.
And then that was when I was like. Because that was at the time that because 2019 that was like the turning point when because after I did the research and I did the Green Giant first album, and then I was already starting my second album, and then the second Green Giant, and me and Genesis was doing the first album, and then I was starting getting production placements, and then I was already did with like the guys from the Rochester, and of course yourself, and
that's right.
And then Uncle Mino was in the picture, and then and soon I got with West, it was definitely like the it was the key. What was the key? Like after 5 years,
yeah, the icing on the cake of everything. So you did production for Edo. You did production for Edo and Rochester.
I was trying to, but I met him. I did some, sending package to him, and then like that was because around like 2018, 2019, that was when like I was starting to get to know a lot of underground cats, like that was affiliation or outside around, during that. And this is at the time that Tony Boy was putting together. Boiler Rooms. Yeah, and that was when I was starting connected with a lot of like cats, and that's how I knew Jamal Saw, and that's how Sauce Heist and Rome Streets. That was my introduction, and then the Ito and that's when I was that was when it got my foot in the work with like got me connected, and I wanted to link up with the other cats outside of the city.
Right.
And then
Rochester was coming up. They was bubbling real good. The Boiler Rooms was off the chain. I was just trying to reach. I miss a lot of the Boiler Room but I made it to a couple of them, and also met you at a couple of them, and then it really got me involved to know who you were before I got a chance to rhyme on one of your tracks was doing the Jericho Jackson concert. That was right after. That was pretty much a little bit a year after Griselda was signed. Jericho came, and I always listened to Rubber Radio, and at that time, that's how I built a relationship with Rubber Radio. Rest in peace, DJ Ruckus, and I always support that radio station all the time, and that's how I got involved into radio through Rubber Radio, DJ Optimus Prime, Tony Boy, Hubcap, the whole family, and that's how I got involved in radio and podcasting through Ruckus, trained me through and all that. And I know they used to always give you a shout out. They had a couple drops from you, a couple beats, on the radio show and all that. They used to always give you a shout out because they know every time that they put something on the radio, promo or something, they know that you're going to be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you that I really do miss Rubber Radio.
Yeah.
Because anytime that because any platform, all the platforms that I think about, I always think of them.
Yeah.
Because I done drop like 2 albums after like 2 albums, even this new one, White the Pulse record. Yeah. So then, even though next week is about to be like 3 years.
That's right.
And it was so crazy that I was like, damn, I always think I was it was like I've always because they were like the first station that they got to give me the platform, and then
that's right.
And then platform. So that was kind of like so it wasn't for with them, I wouldn't be like, getting in the new, because I wasn't even thinking about getting myself on the radio. Like I just let them and then I'm gonna say it again. Like I wasn't thinking. I wasn't doing this trying to get myself on the herd on the radio. I just let it like that whether you catch me or you're not. Like that's how I'm very anonymous.
That's right.
About it. So that's when so that's how so I want to get back to what I was. So I did. So that's when. So first time y'all heard was the world heard about me was the Broadway Joes. But that was like so that was like 2019, and that was such a highlight moment before when Pomic kind of took over, and then
that's right.
and then that kind of cut my hype down, and then I made a return. So I didn't do anything else with them until the soundtrack.
That's right.
That was and not just West. This time is where Monty Caesar and Benny the Butcher.
That's right.
And then a couple months later, West was curated the project with Makami.
Yeah.
With the Pray for Haiti.
Yeah.
And of course recently, with the SC Nack saw Jim Duncan.
That's right.
And then with that, we made history. So that was the interesting about that joint was that he told me about this.
Yeah.
He told me about this because I'm like when the last time I seen Wes was when I was in New York City. Right. This is when I was at the. This is when Monty Caesar did a show in SOBs. Right. In New York City, and then I went down in there, and then after the show was over, meet and greet. I met her for the second time. The first time I met her was at the first time I met her at the Griselda show at the Atlanta last year. Right. And then about a month. Soon I was about to come back to my Airbnb in Flatbush. I saw Wes was outside, And then, I said, what's up? And then he noticed I'm about to get ready to leave. And then all of a sudden, he pull me aside. And then, he want me to come up. He want me to come get in the car and roll with them. I'm like, nigga, where are we going? And then I never been in the car with him before because I'm always. And then, but I was in the city, so I kicked it with him. And I got it in he was telling me some plans for this year.
That's right.
And then he wanted to hear everything that I send because last year I was cooking like mad shit.
I still got like what 2 more tracks that I didn't even use from you yet. I don't use tracks until I do business. So. I usually, sit on it, but I got, and I'm pretty sure Wes do the same thing. Like he'll put them in a folder, let it sit, and then he always can go back to it, and then do business, And
also, what's crazy that like I totally forgot, like because every time because I hate going through the beats that I did. I had to like. I had to search through my folder, and then it was funny this morning. I just did like 30. Like, this morning I just did 30 beats. Like I just and then but as you right, and then I sent. It's crazy that like. I sent soon he told me that send everything that I did. Then I came back to Buffalo, and keep in mind this is before keep in mind this is before the storm.
That's right.
This is before the storm. I came on just in time before the storm, and I came back and I was kind of jet lagging, and then I sent like a bunch as much as I could, and then because it was a holiday, and then Wes was chilling, and I was like, and then and I sent everything before the power cut off, and then he chose what he chose, and then like. The one you heard was a Knack joint, and then and of course that I'm not sure what else. I can't think what else that even though he's working on his follow up to the Paper Paris, which is the sequel.
Yeah, the part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
And then
he stay cooking up. But is you in any way, shape, or form you're going to be on that new Benny the Butcher album from Def Jam? If any way that you can have some stuff on that, the Everybody Can't Go album.
Not exactly, because everything is all the production is all done by Hit Boy and Alchemist.
Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah, everything is as much as like as much. And the thing in this that I really don't do too much on. Yeah. With I haven't been done anything with Benny because that much, because every time that because most of the time that he working with like a one producer because I mostly be doing hooking up with Rick High more than I done with the rest of the crew.
Rick High, that's family. It's my cousin.
Yeah, and then I mostly does cooking up with him, because even though I was in the studio, I was in the studio like earlier this year for the writers camp.
That's right.
Yeah, I was at the studio that I did this.
Every time you go do something, you always have a good footage. Especially the footage that we just said the story about you in the car with Westside Gunn in New York City. I seen that footage. That was legendary. And he also give you shout outs too on a lot. The radio interviews he was in, a couple of the boom bap radio stations that I'm tuned in with. I'm the community heavy because of this podcast, this boom bap podcast I have at the Underground Lounge. So I stay into my ear on the street, and he always show love to a lot of people from Buffalo. He's one of the first ones that he gives a shout out to, and continue pushing the culture forward, and also the artwork too. So he loves that's his first love. So yeah, he definitely do what it do. Now when it comes to the merch, now I see your merch game just stepped it up a little bit. What collections do you have? How many collections do you have from Griselda? You know what I'm saying? As far as the merch, I ain't talking about hard copies. And I know the hard copy game, your collection is definitely overwhelmed. You have to get your warehouse soon.
I am about to get my own crib, so I'm already processed to get I'm in process to get the get some room for me and my collections.
Yeah, you know that. So how many t-shirts, hoodies you got from Griselda? Do you ever counted them? Ever got a chance to count them?
To be honest, I haven't really been keep track about how many I cop.
Yeah.
Because even though I haven't been, it's been a minute since I've been cop any new merch, because by this time, because West kind of cook a lot of the merch, just for him. It's not with Champion no more.
Yeah, right.
It's
you more exclusive now.
Yeah, he had a, because everything is all from scratch, because he got because he got those the warehouse that's not so I don't, it's somewhere almost almost towards around his lake at Georgia, but then I never and then I seen but it's been a minute since I got even though I might got a shirt or something that he might put it to the side. I was this close about I was this close about to see him a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And
I know Tony Boy was at his crib before he went overseas and cooking up and all that. That's good to see.
Because him and Monk and 40 were were close, and I'm only one. I'm kind of one of the last guys out of the circle that has not been in the spot yet.
Yeah. You will. I'm pretty sure you got that planned out.
Years
out, you'll be up in there.
Yeah, I'm trying to go back to the Georgia period, because I was there last year for the show, not only for my show but also for my birthday.
That's right. Taurus, we Taurus family. You know what I mean? Me, you, Jay Skis. We Taurus.
And of course, Rick and Rikai.
Yeah, and Rikai. We all Tauruses, there's no doubt. And me and Jay Skis got the same birthday, May 13th.
Right. And me and Rikai got the same birthday.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? So we need to put together a Taurus track of Rick High on the beat, you know what I'm saying, and me and Jay Skis on the bars, and he even have Rick High do the hook. We need to do a joint, because I do a Taurus series on every album I do. I'm on Taurus 2 right now, which is on the DJ Flip side, and then my next project I'm working on right now is called Just a Kid from Buffalo. Name my next album, and I'm gonna have a Taurus 3. So that's my wish, to have all of us, all the Tauruses on one track. MCs out of Buffalo, and definitely do something. Have a Taurus 3 on that. So I'm always doing a Taurus series.
Hey, you might add El Biz on that too.
Yeah, Biz. Yeah, he told you about Taurus too. Yeah, that's right. He did tell me that when I interviewed him last week on the joint. We definitely got to do a Taurus track, a Taurus Meccas. I'm on my Taurus 3 right now. Taurus 1 was on the No Fear album, No Fear the mixtape, and then now I got Taurus 2 that's doing amazing right now. I plan on doing a music video for this one. You know what I'm saying? I'm planning on doing one hopefully this summer. I'm in the process of moving to Pittsburgh right now. I should be moving on the 13th of July to Pittsburgh. So that's going to be my new stomping ground. And I'll be close to home to Buffalo, too. So I'll be back and forth doing things in Pittsburgh. And I know Griselda do a lot of shows in Pittsburgh. They got a good fan base out there.
I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to do like a show or somewhere like a Pittsburgh or Philly or somewhere.
Yeah. Pittsburgh, Philly. I'm definitely gonna touch on the Philly when I hit Pittsburgh. But I got a good fan base out there. Shout out to my home girl, All Out Radio out there in Philly. I got Gilly and Wallow on my album as a skit talking about Griselda on my album. I got a little skit from $1 Million Worth of Game. He gave me thumbs up on that. You know what I mean? In the process of doing some more skits and stuff like that, and with Wallow and Gilly, you know, saying so shout them boy. They love Buffalo sounds. They love what's going on. How do you feel? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna save that question for the second half of the show. And also we're gonna talk about Sway in the Morning with Pretty Bully, and we're gonna talk about the history of what Buffalo got to offer for the hip hop culture on the second half of the show. You know what I mean? No doubt. This your boy, the Joker, over the See, I'm here with the legendary CG, a producer, artist, you know what I mean, hip hop historian, and all that. And you know, he's definitely doing what it do. And he also gonna talk about his new project he just released. But we're gonna be right back after these commercial breaks, right here on the Evening Rush Network, right here worldwide. So shout out everybody that's tuned in, and continue to put comments in the comments. And any questions you have for CG, let us know. You know what I mean? Let us know and make it do what it do. And we'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Chrissy, here to let you know that the Evening Rush Network now has an app. Yes, an app, you guys. So you can stay connected on the go and watch all your favorite podcast shows. You can download the app at Google Play Store or Apple iTunes. So spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, if you're looking to start a podcast and really don't know how, well, hit us up at the Evening Rush Network at gmail.com and inquire about time slots, pricings, and everything you may need to get started. We got you. Join the winning team, the Evening Rush Network. And also, download that app. What are you waiting for? Get to it.
We trying, man. Y'all see me out here at 716. 716 is live.
Yo, shout out to 716 Live, man. Keep rocking on. You heard me? Yeah.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Beck Green. Listen, we are live right now on 716live.com radio. Make sure you are hitting us up for the morning show every Monday through Friday. That is right, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right on 716live.com. Make sure you hit that radio button once you get there and give us a call, okay? Love ya.
If I'm an artist watching our show, how does one person figure out who their fan base is and then market to them effectively?
I think in order to market, you have to understand, number one, you must know the definition of the word. 2, you must know how to use that word in a sentence. And 3, well, I'm going to market could mean that I'm going to the grocery store.
This guy.
What does the term market mean? What is the stock market? What does market mean? Does market not mean to make money? So in order for me to make money, I have to be specific. Hence, what does the definition of marketing? Can you use it in a sentence? If you can use it in a sentence and you understand the meaning of it, then you understand the context of it. So in order for you to market, that would have to be specific. You cannot be specific if you don't have access to your information. Episode 1, cheat code 1. I don't care who you are, what team you have. If you cannot open the hood and look underneath and know what you are looking at, you don't know if your car can win the race. You hope it will win the race. You believe that if you get enough stickers on the outside of the car, it'll win the race. You believe that if you have the same gas as Dale Earnhardt and Ricky Bobby and the rest of these guys, that you will win the race. That's what you believe. Do you understand what marketing is? And that's what separates 99.9% of the people from the ones that aren't. If anybody can do marketing, there wouldn't be need for marketing agencies. There are people that are masters at marketing. You have people like Ogilvy, who was considered to be the godfather of marketing, the guy who took the Volkswagen Bug and made it a symbol of American freedom. I want you to think about that. This is a man who given the world some of the greatest marketing concepts. One of them is the only product that sells is the one that's advertised. How do you advertise if you don't know who you advertising to? So to not to correct you, but to put that comment on the right path, promotions is, hey, I'm over here. And marketing is, hey, you in the black hat, I know what you like. I got what you want. And in order for me to be able to do that, I have to have the information. So that's why I say it takes about 6 records to get your mapping right. That's why she says it takes about 18 months of consistent releases. Figure out a way that you can hang where you can hang your hat, but you're going to have to hang your hat, whether it's a song a week, a song every 2 weeks, a song every 3 weeks. You know that it takes at least 4 staff of at least 5 people. That's at least 20 people all working independently to help one person achieve one goal. All of that requires information. None of those people wake up in the morning, come to the office, and do what they think has to get done.
No doubt, it's your boy, the Joker, Overlook at the CEE. We live and direct here on the second half of the show with the legendary Griselda affiliate, CG, in the building. What's going on, CG, on the second half? We got a conversation about what you got going on now. You have a new album you just dropped. You know what I mean? Let's talk about that.
Downtown Raphael is out now. It's kind of a follow up to it's a follow up to the it's a quick 13 track that I put together, and because initially the project I put together, it was something that something the fans and can hear, because at the time I was in because at the time last year I was working on several things at the time, because Cgeology was supposed to be my last album, because I wanted to take a break doing solo albums for a while and doing just concentrating on production, production full time and collaboration albums, and also I was forming my crew for our association at this during that
right.
And I did, I was working on Green Overalls with Deuce Ellis, the Pride of the 90s with Genesis, which is by the way, the both album is out. Well, actually, the both album was finished, and Pride of the 90s is getting ready to come. Is out on Bandcamp, but it's getting ready to come out this Friday.
Okay.
But at the time, but at the time it wasn't. Neither of those projects wasn't finished. Wasn't finished, and then we was about to the joint of me and Genesis. I was supposed to come out last year, but it got the delay, and then because of the mixing, and also he was going through some health problems at this time. We'll get to that in a second. So I was kind of like a little bit figured out what I was gonna do because last year during this time, I did the beat battle. I was going against a program and I got defeated by him. And then I'll be back on the event this year, which is July 22nd. And then after I did that, like, you know, I did my first show in Brooklyn last year.
Okay.
I did my first show in Brooklyn. So after I did all the shows, I took a break, still doing beats, and I still haven't done it. And none of the projects that was come out. And the only project I did last year was I did a collab beat tape with Lamont J Music. It's called Soul Garden. And then after, you know, by this time that, you know, all three other projects was out. I was needed those things, so I was kind of like out of the loop of something. By the time the new year is about to come, I said to myself, like, should I just come back out as a solo artist again? So, and then I had all the beats I made, and that's why I decided to come back as a solo artist and start working on a new project.
Right. No doubt. Yeah, the album drop. I've been checking it out, nipping at it once in a while. The Joy Flavor. I've been loving the way you change everything on the production. What artists do you got on there? What artists you got on there flowing on there on the album?
Well, you know, of course, you know, I got my crew, Bar Association crew, Mizard, Mike Cassell, Sauce the Artist, and then outside I got Jay Skis, and this international rapper Nunks, and I got Mona Visa, I got Shogun Wiz, Denny Don Donna, Barbaric Alvarez, also known as Green, and Imminent. You know, he's a rapper producer. And I got Deuce Ellis and I got Basul Echeletros, Cap Johnson, the League, and I pretty much the League. I can't lead anybody out, but it's a 13 track project.
Without. Yeah, there's a couple of cats that have been on this platform. I interviewed Showbiz, Showbiz, and I also interviewed the League. The League was interviewed a couple weeks ago. They definitely a good crew. I love their new album. You know what I mean? I love what's going on in the boom bap community in Buffalo. How you feel about the boom bap community coming out of Buffalo? How you feel about that? Do you see what do you see what's going to happen on that boom bap wave in Buffalo in the next 5 years? Do you think that's the original sound that Buffalo brings back on hip hop?
I feel like it's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not going nowhere because, like, you know, it did kind of like, you know, it did a surprise. I mean, even when I started coming around, even though it's crazy that next year is about to be 10 years.
Yeah.
Since I started coming around, and I kind of like I kind of sort of I did fit in with the scene, because you know, after I made my first beat, and then I started making beats to myself, because during like 2011 to 2013, like I wasn't doing shows because I wasn't thinking about doing like making it producing for artists, because that was a time that like a lot of rappers was trying to like rap something that was hot, like now, and I didn't want to kind of go that route, and so it took me like a year to try to figure out what my sound. I kind of stick to it since like day one, and then by the time I got in like 2014, and I started meeting a lot of cats, and and I started going to do my research, that's when I was album, and then I started listening a lot of sound, and I'm thinking like Buffalo been doing this sound for the whole time, and then I didn't even know about this shit. I'm like
yeah.
And then once that they was already doing it, and then once I met Wes, like, he the one that kind of like brought that, like, you know, to bigger, and then bigger, and then that kind of like, you know, and kind of like I knew that, like, we was kind of in the same cloth as far as, like, you know, that sound, and also I'm always surrounded a lot of folks that love that sound, and also it also being unique that what it is, and then that's what kind of like, you know, I'm always stick to like the. I'm always stick to the boom bap sound, and I'm always collaborating, and then also going in the shows, and knowledge is here, but because also I go to New York City too.
Yeah, that's right.
And then I go to New York City. That, you know, they always like they always show me mad love while I was over there, and then I'm always tuning in a lot of newer MCs that are out there, and then even new producers too.
Yeah.
That kind of like follow along, and then even they want to kind of get into like the even though I like the boom bap, it's like they stare. Even though that like the sound is starting to get a little bit like it's starting to get a little bit like it's samey, because like, you know, folks just trying to like sound like and even when even though my latest productions, like I'm trying not to I try to do some different shit, because like I don't want like doing any comparison comparison, so I wanted like trying to bring a little balance in that I can make some bouncy, I can make some like even on this new album that you hear that a lot.
Yeah, that's right.
And it wasn't like because of the symbols I'm using, it's like, okay, I don't want to do something, I don't want to sound lost, I gotta have something that
represents. Yeah. But you do have your own little sound. I can hear, when I hear a track, I can tell a CG a beat when I hear one. Even without the drop, I can tell it's a CG, because you do have your similar sound with your snares, and also with your double up on some of the on the kick. So you know what I mean, that you have your own little way of doing things. So I pretty much could tell, like, you know, some of the tracks I heard from Genesis without the drops, I could tell. Yeah, that's a CG production right there. That's you know what I mean? I calls it out every time. And then at the end of the track, he always yell your name. Well, none of the rappers yell your name. And at the end of the track, I said, yeah, I knew that was a CG track. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you have your own little sound. So, you know, so don't get discouraged in that area, because you do have a schedule style, a sound where you can still give that Griselda sound, but also give that CG sound at the same time. That's right. I can tell you master that, because you're doing like 30 or 40 beats a day, so you're pretty much mastering what you can put in and what you can put out. You know what I mean? You have an idea already, so that you already got that science down pat. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't wait to do business with you and drop a bag on the Father Baker joint. I did a promo for it already, and then I put it on pause. Like I said, you know, I had brung. I'm out here in Albuquerque. I have brung Flipside out here to Albuquerque to DJ at a hip hop function out here, and he loving your sound too. He's a fan. He got a couple of artists that use your beats and stuff on his mixtapes and stuff like that. So he definitely know who you are. Of course, with your Zelda family and all that good stuff, man, and all that, man. But what do you got planned for the rest of the year besides this project? You plan on doing some more collaborations? And
well, you know, of course that like I am, of course that like, you know, I got probably the 90s with Genesis is the album is out on Bandcamp, but it will be on our platform this Friday.
Okay.
And then, you know, this is the second album with me and him. And also, prayers to him. Prayers to him that he's kind of dealing some health problems, and then make sure you donate to him for him to get to the the Doris. So that kind of come out, and the Green Herb Burrows with Deuce Ellis is like it's finished.
Yeah.
That coming around, and I'm trying to like finish up the album, well, the beat tape with me and Program, because we was already we was working that last year, but that kind of a little bit paused. So then I'm about to get back, finish that, and then me and this guy Tonat, who was from Basua Intellectuals. He the one that rhyming on the first one rhyming on the downtown track on my new album. And me and him was working on a tape together, and then me and Akil Ali, who was we're working on a tape together, and then of course I'm doing something with my crew, Bar Association crew. And for those who don't know, Bar Association is what BNR stands for is Beats, Arts, and Rhythm. And the people who I got is like, myself, Frigid Giant, Genesis, Mizar, Big Step to You, Salsa Artist, Rubik's Cube, and Mike yourself.
Yeah.
It's more as a unique collective I got, and then I'm trying to work. I'm doing some stuff with them, and then of course I'm trying to put together a compilation album soon, and then that kind of going on, and then I got a lot of other projects that I'm in plans, and then even shows wise, I got this beat battle, the Backpack Mafia on July 22nd.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody go get y'all tickets. Go to that joint. It's gonna be at Milky's.
Yep, it'll be at Milky's, and then of course, I'm nominated for Producer of the Year.
Producer of the Year at the 716 Music Awards. Yeah, I definitely. You was one of my people I voted for. You know what I mean? And I also pushed you, and I also pushed David Jonathan to also too. I think y'all two guys definitely is definitely crazy on production. You know what I mean, for that category, and that's good. I was wondering why you wasn't nominated last year. Yeah, I was like, where my boy, man? That's because that's when you did your thing on the soundtrack and all that. So I was surprised. I think your name came up after the fact, but that's good that they definitely pushed it to get people to vote for you to be nominated. So that's cool. And because I voted for you to get nominated for that category, because I definitely it's way overdue.
Yeah, I also it was definitely like I kind of like it was definitely one of the Western moments that like I want to overdo it. I'm trying to come down there for the next week to be there, even though it's like so much going on, and also it's so further away from the No. The beat battle was like the week after the awards.
That's right.
Yeah. So, but I'm talking about like I'm gonna be there at the awards, so I want to see because this year is about to be in Niagara Falls.
That's right.
And then I had a little bit like a tension between like getting to the falls.
Yeah.
Because I remember because several years ago I got into Niagara Falls, but because that was when I used to do shows over there, and then I had my ways, but I'm not trying to like figure my way to, and then also I'm gonna be, I'm about to be all dressed up and all. I don't want my sweatiness. So So all this shit, like I'm not trying. So I gotta figure out the ways that
no doubt.
So I'm definitely looking forward to the wars, and I'm trying to put together a documentary myself.
Yeah, I'm in the process of doing the same thing with documentary of the legendary Pack Crew. I don't know if you remember the Pack Crew in the early '90s.
I don't think I was aware of it at the time.
Yeah, I was part of that crew back in 92, 93. I'm not say we formed together in 92. 93 is when we figured out what we wanted to do, and I believe 94 was the solid foundation of the Pack Crew because somebody hit me up saying it's gonna be 30-year anniversary next year, and I'm trying to put together a documentary, and possibly we might get nominated, not nominated, but be as an icon award for the 716 Music Award, because everybody remember the Pack Crew. We used to open up for the Upstate Click, or the couple Upstate Click joints with Malek, who's part of Griselda now, road manager. So he was part of that crew with Slice, Zadok. Rest in peace to Dirty Nate. Dirty Nate, the one that gave me my name, Joker. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was in that era of hip hop back in the day. Yeah, so we was the Pack Crew, and you probably remember some of the names from the crew back in the day. Because I know me and Mad Deuce talked. He remember that Mad G, the beat producer, Mad G, DJ Golden Child. He said Clean as the Meanest, who's from Buffalo, legendary MC. Also Jims. Me and Jims got a track on my mixtape. You know what I mean? I don't know you remember Jims. Jim.
Yeah. He the one that he the one that kind of he the one that was part of the he the one that affiliated with he was mostly with Benny's brother.
Yeah, Machine Gun Black, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Machine Gun Black. Remember the Pack Crew back in the day. He used to always come to EG Studio back in the day too and get beats from Mad G. Then Lackawanna. Shout out to DJ Louis Orr. Shout out to Babyface Bandit. You know what I mean? All the members of the group. Butter, the R&B singer who was with the crew, who does gospel now. She with True Bethel. Doing gospel out that way. So the group, we was like the Wu-Tang Clan of Lackawanna. We was the original 9-man crew. I was part of the crew, and we tried to put together a documentary. And Little Hook, who also fighting cancer right now, so we pretty much praying for him. You know what I mean? And so we try to, while everybody's still alive and breathing, we try to put together something for the 30th anniversary of the Pack Crew, the PAC out of Lackawanna. So, like I said, I knew you knew a couple members, from the crew that was affiliated with a lot of other people. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So the thing about this documentary that, because like I said about this earlier, that I want to, I have my guy Brett that who he does a lot of shooting. In my photo shoot, and then also he does a lot of pieces for me. But and then I want to start reaching out to people that I started reaching out to people that who've been with me since the because next year about to be 10 years since I started coming around in the scene. So I already have enough footage. I have enough pictures of that. But the thing is that I want to get everybody that who witnessed with me, and I want to tell their story about myself and how what was my big process, and then I've already talked to told Skeez about this, I told Conway about this, I talked Rehad about this, I talked half of the people about this. I haven't told West about this yet.
Okay.
But I'm in the process because for people who've been with me since day one, that I wanted to vote because to tell their story, and because I want to kind of tell about the because I am added that side the story on it. So because I was there around it. So it was just because 10 years. Because next year about to be, like I said, 10 years, and which I didn't really think I didn't really think it was gonna be 10 years because of the like you know, that was when like it was a lot of shows, there was a lot of venues after that.
Stay busy. You stay busy.
Yeah, and that was when that it did kind of got me that I wanted to start to get into filming. And I was supposed to like filming like some of the pieces now, but like you know, but I'm trying to get with my camera guy to do some footage now and get people to interview, you know, while I could. So documentary. Do the research is definitely the name of the name of my film documentary.
I can't wait till that drop, man. When it do, let me know. I definitely gonna push it. You know, 716 Live gonna support you and make it and all that. Definitely, it's a legendary CG. You know, the producer from affiliated with Griselda Records, and he's doing this thing. Got the album just dropped. He's working on a documentary, and he's doing a lot of projects. And plus, I'm in the process of putting together, you know, the single that we finna push, and hopefully by the beginning of the year, I would love to definitely break bread with you and do some things with doing a project, a collab project, a EP or something. You know what I mean? Because I still got a little more in me to spit. You know, some more. I got some more story to tell. I got more story to tell about who I am. I started with like I said, the mixtape. You know, and then the No Fear 2 pretty much was I didn't really promote that right. I didn't market that right, but I released a lot of singles off that, and then that's when I released it. The joint that you produced, Friendship House, because you know that's one of the landmarks that I grew up in. I wound up being in the placement home, and that was a spot where I pretty much found my niche in hip hop as an artist. Was the Friendship House, so I had to. That was the perfect combination on that production with you, and we're gonna continue to work and build. Like I said, on my bucket list is to do a collab EP with you. You know what I mean? And I think that'd be dope. You know what I mean? You know, because I still got something to say. Yeah, I got a couple more years left to do this. Before I get back into my production bag, because I make beats too. I haven't really pursued it in a while, but I dipped in and then dipped out of it.
Oh, and one more thing. There's one and two things I'm also working on. You know, I reunited with I reunited with my old partner.
Okay.
Cause I don't know if you used to follow me that I reunited my old partner that he's on a song with your cousin too.
Okay.
On the classical gifted. So I'm definitely kind of like, you know, get him you know, sparking there. So you know, so me he didn't want to put me on to the Griselda guys in the beginning. Word. Because he was the MC back in the day.
Word.
So I got son in there, and then also I forgot to add a matter. I'm trying to me and Frederick about to get back. We're about to be by the end of the year. I want to. Me and Frederick will be back in the studio for one more Green Giant.
Okay. One more Green Giant. Okay.
Because like, you know, he's kind of on his, because lately he's been on his comic bag and more than his rhyming. So we want to like finish the
no doubt.
we want to like close the group the Green Giant legacy with with that and then with that. So that's something I want to do.
For the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Listen, if Green Giant need me on the bars, they know they hit me up. I would love to be on that project. I copped the first one. You know what I mean? And I've been playing that.
I didn't get a chance. We didn't get a chance to get to the second one.
Yeah. No, I definitely want to get. Well, you know, if I see him and they got, I definitely cop one. You know, I support. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And plus, you've been on the magazine cover of Buffalo. I got a signed copy. I got it in my collection. You know what I mean? That was dope. That was good. That was a good article.
That was a very iconic moment that I was on. That really that was really the iconic moment that I was on a magazine.
Magazine cover. That was beast. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still open to do a lot of things before I before I say retire. But you know what I'm saying? But hip hop, there's no retirement because I'm still in it. I'm still in the culture, even though I might not rhyme as much as I on a couple other projects. But I still got like I said, I still got like maybe 2 or 3 more projects. Of course, a lot of singles. I released a lot of singles, but as far as projects, I got like 2 or 3 more projects that's under my belt that I'll be working on. And then I'm gonna get back in my production bag a little bit too. Again, you know what I'm saying? I took a rest on that. Got into radio. Once I got into radio and podcast, that just took the rest of my time of what I wanted to do. But I still got a story to tell. Like they said, like you got a documentary you're working on. I'm gonna work on a documentary, and I'm in the process of doing some other things on my bucket list, like write a book and other things like that. So, you know what I'm saying? No doubt, my man CG and the place to be is here on the Underground Lounge. Make sure y'all follow him right there on IG. You know what I'm saying? CG 1990. Make sure y'all check him out, follow him. Make sure you subscribe to his page. Make sure you follow whatever he got going on because his catalog is crazy. Continue to support him as he's going to continue to support you that's in this culture right now, man. I appreciate you being on this platform, man, and I appreciate you finally get a chance to interview you. Nominated for Producer of the Year for 716 Music Awards, and you got other things going on, and I hope to hear you more on some more Griselda projects and all that, and salute to Westside Gun, who's definitely opening some doors for a lot of people like yourself and giving people the opportunities to take care of their family and get it back also. So that's love right there. So continue showing love, continue bringing that Buffalo sound, keeping that culture alive in all 9 elements. You know what I mean? For those who hip hop has the 9 elements, as Karis one. You know what I mean? That's why my company is called 9E. The 9 elements of hip hop, and shout out to my man CG in the place to be. Continue doing what you're doing, and stay safe out there, and keep bringing that production, man. Because you one of the hardest working producers I ever met, doing 30 or 40 tracks a day. Your catalog is definitely crazy. I don't even know how many hard drives you got with your production, but I know.
Man, I really don't want to. I don't want to get to that. I'm trying. I had a hard drive malfunction earlier this year, so I'm trying to like. I'm trying to recover. I'm trying to like. I'm trying to like. I did save some of my beats, and I did save some of my beats to a different drive, and then I had to take some of the one of them to get it fixed, and then but I'm waiting on get it turned in. Cause I still have other beats that I haven't touched or again. That's why I'm been cooking like a hell. I've been cooking a hell of and then just try to catch up. Like I have been cooking a lot of beats like I wanted to because lately I've been trying to like catch up with school because I'm back in school now and then I'm back in school now and then I'm processed to get my crib to get my own crib together. And as you notice that this is I'm in somewhere like temporary until like I'm in a process because once I get my crib, I'll be like I'll be spot on like build up like on this spot studio, and then like a studio that I'm gonna have like a slide through it, and even I'm gonna tell whether wherever she's in town that's one of the go-to spots that the go-to spots that to slide through.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, man. We definitely, man. I know your production is crazy, and I know you're doing what you do. But definitely, I definitely appreciate you being on the platform and let people know what you got going on. And and those who's tuned in, the next person will be on my show is gonna be Pretty Bully, who's definitely killed it on Shea 45, and she gonna be on the show on July 12th. So I see you guys did, and we're gonna end it before we get out of it. We're gonna end it with the Pretty Bully new video called Basic, produced by Kid called Quest, and he was on the platform a couple weeks ago, and he's an amazing producer out of Rochester, and we'll catch you on the rebound, no doubt.
Welcome to detention, ladies. I need all phones, please. Phones, please. Thank you. Thank you. Headphones, too. Headphones, too. Thank you. Thank you. Legs down, babe. Basic. 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 Bully. Whoa. I was never one of you. Y'all can finally face it. Broads always secretly in competition. Basic. I can't be no. I won't be no. Never be no. Basic. I was never one of you. Y'all can finally face it. Broads always secretly in competition. Basic. I can't be no. I won't be no. Never be no. Basic. Ain't nothing worse than the basic bitch with no home training. Side eye and all your come ups, cause it's L she gaining a different language. Never giving credit where it's due. It's pathetic how you dread another queen is making moves. Never giving compliments without some condescending. Comments coming behind it tastes like vomit when pretending. This a PSA to all haters amazed that these shots that I keep taking and make it look like a grade. So unfazed, used to catching shade cause I'm from the dirt. Finding different ways to get me paid and you can watch me work. Bitches rather throw some salt on names but it feels rehearsed. Change the chicks, same script the lanes and that shit reversed. Full cert, haters come around like it's a boomerang. Niggas that be smiling don't be happy when you doing things. That's a catastrophe. Who's to blame? It's from who you came. Should've beat your ass with that belt like Pootie Fang. I was never one of you. Y'all can finally face it. Broads always secretly in competition. Basic. I can't be no. I won't be no. Never be no. Basic. I was never one of you. Y'all can finally face it. Broads always secretly in competition. Basic. I can't be no. I won't be no. Never be no. Basic. Shout out to all the basics that got me wanting to stay fit. Cause working out my pen, I'm ball heavy. Deadlift. No scrawny shit as I'm trying to pin a demonic hit. My designer pick aligning with the bread I'm trying to get. I politic with the type chicks that can level up. I come to grips that acknowledgements are a form of love. It's prevalent how my time is spent, I don't shoot the shit, but learn a bitch moves like a bullet point in the syllabus. Be careful who you keep around you, hate be coming close. Like your day one can see you drown and never send a boat. Chose not to be around and never be provoked. I comb in these little problems, meaning different strokes, different folks. It's never black and white, it's nothing like on the TV. Cause greedy appetites never be suffice with second string. Watch the company you keep for sidebar hating. Brawl secretly in competition, we call basic. I was never one of you, y'all can finally face it. Broads always secretly in competition. Basic. I can't be no, I won't be no, never be no. Basic. I was never one of you, y'all can finally face it. Broads always secretly in competition. Basic. I can't be no, I won't be no, never be no. Basic. Y'all can finally face it. In competition. Basic. Basic. Okay, ladies. want to see y'all here tomorrow. Thank you. Right.
Guess who laughed? Who chuckled?